Taking all the starlight from me now, turning on the spotlight into dark night. Stolen from me now, taking all the starlight. Taking all the starlight from me now, turning all the starlight into dark night. Stolen from me now, turning all the starlight into dark night. And I don't want a heart attack, I fear the worst coming downtown on me. And I can take this on my chest, I know I'm not my best. My bottom doesn't pay rent. And I can go and do this all the way, staying on my name, not turning away. I thought you were invested into me, a fool's paradise. Well, look who paid the price. Oh no no, 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 oh no no. Taking all the starlight from me now, turning all the starlight into dark night. Stolen from me now, turning all my starlight into dark night. Dreams and nightmares in a haunted mind. I was left behind, get with my cloudy eyes. And no other times have changed. As if I could stick away, my life becomes a tin. And I can go and do this all the way, staying on my name, not turning away. I thought you were invested into me, a fool's paradise. Well, look who paid the price. Oh no no, 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 oh no no. Taking all the starlight from me now, turning on the spotlight into dark night. Stolen from me now, turning on my starlight into dark night.
Good morning, kiddos. Or like early afternoon. I don't know what you want to call it. You know, something. It's fine. So we're gonna be playing some Risk of Rain. There was a new update. So it's been a little bit since the update came out, so I've already played it a couple times. But I figured we could play it together while I babble about nothing. So it'll be fine. It'll be fun. You'll enjoy it. To start with, I've been having some sound issues with my microphone. So the last stream that you guys saw, it was all messed up with the sound. That was the Deep Rock Galactic one. So sorry about that. It's sometimes hard to track because like my headset was working fine before that, and then I don't know, all of a sudden it decided to just not. Just so I don't know why it just decided to be bad. But hopefully it won't keep happening. We'll see. But let me know if the sound's messed up or you can't hear me or if it's too loud or too quiet or you just don't like the sound of my voice, I'm an ugly person. You know, let me know what you're feeling. So let's get started. If I can remember how to do things. I didn't stream yesterday because I was busy all day. I was gonna say adult things, but it was more I was just doing things that I felt like doing, so. Oh, let me just real quick. Okay. Wanted to pause the playback so I don't start like staring at the stream playback and die. So we're just gonna go with Huntress. We do have new characters. We've got this guy, the Void Fiend, which is pretty cool. And we got the Railgunner. I have tried to play both of them, and I have failed miserably at both of them as well. So think I'm gonna stick with Acrid being my favorite, and then Huntress is a second when I'm trying to do a chill one. Look at that Z fighting there. What the hell is that? Is that supposed to be there? That's interesting. I never noticed it. I feel like it wasn't there before. Well, whatever. Let's get going. I'm hoping to find a couple of items that I haven't found yet. There's new like void items and oh look, this is a new level. A new nice snowy level. I'll try not to die immediately, so that'll be cool. But we'll see, you know. I can't make any promises. I'm not the best at everything. I figured, you know, we'd just make it a relaxing one. So, how's you guys' weekend going so far? Good, good. I'm glad. I'm glad. Nobody's saying anything, but I'm gonna say I'm glad because if you watch it later, I'm sure you're, you know, you're having a good day, or at least I hope you're having a good day. I feel like winter's always rough just because like it's just so dark and depressing and dreary. You can't really go outside and do anything. You can't really like see people as often because of like the snow. If you live in a snowy place, you understand what I mean. But like, you know, if you don't, then I don't know why you're not outside doing adult like life things. Man, it's so expensive for that drone. But yeah, so I finally decided to go out and do things in the real world because it's been a little bit. We live so far out from like stores and stuff that when we go out, like it's an adventure because it just takes the whole day basically. Because you drive an hour there, you know, you shop for an hour and then you have to drive an hour or so back. Oh, hey, Hades. 12 months. Wow. I can't believe I've been streaming for a year. That's insane. I can't believe you've been paying me for a year. Yeah. Yes, hydrate everyone. Take this moment to get shot. And hydrate. I lost my train of thought. That's fine. So yeah, yesterday we went out shopping. Which was fine. Oh yeah, and stretch too. Yeah, my back hurts today, so like stretching is probably important. Let's see, where did we go first? Oh yeah, my car battery died. So, you always gotta look to the sky for the shadows, or look to the ground for the shadows, because to know there's something in the sky. My car battery died like 2 weeks ago. And when we went to take it out to like charge it, it was just like had a bunch of corrosion around the little nubbins that you clip the thing on. I don't know what they're called. And so we had to like clean it and everything, and we tried to charge it. But it didn't charge, which sucks. So I needed to get a new battery, so we did that yesterday. Well, I mean, I guess we had already gotten the battery. I forgot. We got the battery on Monday of last week. Yeah, because Monday's when I got the shot pen. I have to do these like little shots in my stomach now every Monday, so it's a great fun time. Let's see, what else did we do? Oh yeah, we got the battery on Monday because we were out anyways, but then we didn't take the old one back at the same time, so we had to take the old one back to return it. So We did that first, and then we went to eat. Dean was absolutely devastated because we went to Chili's. Because there's like a specific appetizer that they have that they're called like blossom petals or something, and it's like how would I explain it? It's like seasoned onion rings in a way, kind of like onion rings, but like just like petals. Yeah, I have to do shots, like a little like almost like an EpiPen type kind of thing. Um, um, but yeah, he loves these like little, yeah, it's like a deep fried onion basically. It's like yeah, yeah, a fried onion. A breaded and fried onion. I figured it out, guys. I know how to words. Thanks, Hades. You really saved me there because I did not know words. But so he really loves them. They don't have them anymore. They stopped making them like a month ago, and so we went there just for that. And then Dean was like, what do you mean? What do you mean you don't have them anymore?" And like when he's looking at the menu and he's like, "I don't see them. I don't see them." And I felt so bad. But it was still pretty good. Um, let's see, where do we go next? Yeah, we went to World Market, which is like a place where you can buy a bunch of stuff from all over the world, kind of thing. They have a lot of like snacks and foods from other places that I like to buy because why not? So we went there and kind of wandered around for a bit and bought some random stuff. Um, where the fuck are all the monsters? Hello, monsters? I don't know if you guys just heard that thump. That was Mari throwing a ball at me. You want to see what happens when I throw the ball for her? Mari, let me see it. Let me see if she screams. Ready? Oh, she didn't scream this time. She just like screams out of excitement. Let me kill this and then I'll throw the ball again and see if you guys can hear it. Give me the ball. Ready? Give me the ball. Ready? No, now she's not gonna scream. I swear to God. Dogs, you know? Anyways. We went to the PetSmart after that to get some bones for the dogs. Let me see the ball. Let me see the ball. And then the bookstore. Where else did we go? We went to Dick's Sporting Goods in the mall. I bought a weight set. So that was great. Gotta work out. Do you even lift, bro? You know? Let me see the ball. Ready? Go get it. Yeah, I bought a weight set and a weight bench. And my birthday is next week. So I wanted to like splurge a little. Let me see the ball. Let me see the ball. And eat something that I don't normally eat, which is these pretzels that they sell in the mall. And we went to get the pretzels. And they were like, "We're sold out. It'll be like 30 minutes before you can get more." And the thing is the mall was like packed. I don't want anything for my birthday. This birthday is kind of depressing. I don't know. We'll talk about that soon. But yeah, the mall was packed. There was just so many kids there. It was like teenagers galore. And they were all like causing chaos Because, like, even when we went to get the weight set, like, there was kids, like, all over the weights, like, lifting weights and, like, tossing them around and just being really unsafe and making me panic. And so I was getting, like, intense anxiety. So the thought of having to, like, sit in a crowded mall waiting for pretzels was just awful. And it was getting really late. And we wanted to get home. Hobbs is on a new a medication now for his medical problems. He's been a little bit sick. And the medication makes him need to pee constantly, and he drinks so much water. And sorry, Mari keeps throwing the ball at me. And so we didn't want to be out forever because we knew he was gonna pee all over the house because he can't help it. It's not his fault, you know. I wasn't paying attention. Did I pick up everything? No, I didn't. Cool. Whoops. Nobody wants Dweeble. That's the worst Pokemon. Are you kidding me? No, I want that one. But yeah. So we wanted to get home soon, so I was like, just fucking forget it, and I was pissed. I was absolutely pissed because it was like the one thing that I was like, okay, guys, I'm gonna like get up my confidence and stop being depressed for like enough time to go get pretzels from the mall. I know it's so stupid. And so then to get to the mall and like the pretzel place to be like packed and the mall to be like really anxiety inducing and like the people to be like, oh, we'll just wait. And then the thing is like the pretzels that were there were all very burnt. So I was like, if I'm gonna wait, I'm just gonna end up with more burnt fucking pretzels, and I don't want burnt fucking pretzels. That would be almost as devastating as not having pretzels at all. Actually, it would probably be worse because I hate burnt things. I think I picked up everything. No, I didn't. Cool. I'm bad. So I said fuck it, and I was like, whatever. We went to FYE and Newberry Comics, which are both places that carry like anime stuff. Oh, hiccups, why? Just nerdy things. And so we bought some cool stuff there. Don't kill me. Yeah, murdered. Mari's wagging her tail and it's hitting my feet, and I just ready? Go get it. Oh, it landed over here. It bounced off the wall. She's looking down the stairs. What? Oh, yeah. Okay. Mari. I mean, when the dog wants to play, the dog wants to play. You know, you gotta do. What are you even trying to say? Let me see, Mari. Drop. Okay, back to game. But yeah, so we bought some dorky stuff. I've got a couple of blind boxes, which are some of my favorite things. Oops, sorry, I hit my mic. I like punched it. Oh, suddenly lasers. Let's see. Mari, stop. She's being too cute. She keeps throwing the ball at me. No more. That's enough. We'll play a little bit more later, okay? But anyways. So we did lots of shopping and stuff. We went to a craft store. That was the other place. We went to a craft store. We, let's see, what else did I do? I bought some stuff to make some clay figures. I'm gonna do that after this stream. Oh, really launched me. So that'll be fun. Um, I don't remember what else we did. I was pissed about the pretzels, and so we were like, oh, we'll just go to this other place and grab food on the way home, and it'll be fine, because we were out like basically all day. And so I put it in the GPS, but I wasn't really paying attention to where it was taking us. It was just taking us to somewhere along the route to home. And so it actually was taking us to to a restaurant in a different mall that we passed on the way home. Because we went to just throw a ball from Mari, right? And the enemies just come for me. I we went to a mall a little further away, because we wanted to go someplace with variety, you know, like switch it up a little bit because we always go to the mall close to us. So when we drove home, it's because of where the highway is, it takes us past the other mall. Want to make sure there's no like big boss bad guys. It's getting into like the higher medium level of difficulty. So someone's gonna be killing me, you know, any moment now. But yeah, so we did quite a lot yesterday. We were out for most of the day. And we came home and there's literal piss and shit everywhere, so it was great, you know, really, really wonderful time. Having dogs is amazing. They're all potty trained. It's just we were out for so long. Okay, Hades, see you in 2 hours. Why do you work so far from home? I didn't realize you had to drive so far. Or are you exaggerating? I can't functionally tell the difference. Oh, you're going over there. Okay, I see, that's why. Oh, I guess it is the weekend. I don't want that. Mystery. I got a roll of pennies. I get gold when people hit me. Too bad I never take any damage. Ha 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 ha. I'm too good at this game. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So yeah, we did some shopping and we had some fun. We ended up going to the other mall and just getting pretzels there. So it ended up being fine in the end. And I was less depressed about it. Make a table. Oh, see ya. Box. Mari's sitting here waiting for me to throw the ball again. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I've literally been playing with her all morning. But it's not enough. She wants more. Yeah. So I've been having issues with my voice. Kind of like, the fuck is this? Oh, it's a little squellup. That I've been losing my voice and it feels more raspy than it did in the past. And I talked to my doctor and they said it was part of the one of my medical conditions, my autoimmune disease, my thyroid issue. It's a combination of that and my GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disease. So one day I'm just gonna have a raspy, like, alcoholic's voice. So that's cool. It's what I've always words. It's what I've always dreamed of. I'm just joking. I don't want this. Someone save me. I need technology to get to a point where it can just fix all my problems, you know? One day. Because we went out and did shopping, I didn't do jujitsu yesterday, which kind of like feels weird. But today I'm gonna set up the weights, and I'm gonna test them out. We'll see how it goes. Oh, hello, sir. You seem friendly. Okay, he's not friendly. He hit me with a thing. He's throwing balls at me. Very rude. Very rude. Goodbye, sir. Oh, thanks. Another one of these? I don't need more of squids. I mean, I do really love squids. Squids are one of my favorite aquatic animals. Squids and pufferfish. What else? I mean, there are so many like cute aquatic animals. Okay, I missed this chest. Nice. I don't know. I think those are my two main. Like, I also really like loaches and gobies. I think like coolie loaches that look like little snakes, little eels, are like the best. They're so cute. Mari just keeps tossing the ball at me. Fine. Where's the ball? Ugh. Trying to throw the ball with my left hand. But like, it's hard with my shoulder and my back hurting today. Let me see it. That's okay. It do be life. Okay, I think the only chest I missed is that one. I want to make sure to get as many items as possible because I don't want to die. So she does this thing where she like pushes the ball onto you and then she like chews on the ball. But she pinches me sometimes when she's doing it. And it's the most agonizing pain. I think if I had to list like things that I find super painful, pinching is very, very high up there. If you like to get pinched, you're a freak. Just saying. Okay, ball throw time. Yeah, teleporter. That's it, Mari. No more. Go play with someone else. Mari's definitely like a Velcro dog. And I'm definitely her favorite. Don't tell Dean, though. I don't know why. I'm kind of lame. Hit all the wrong buttons when trying to click Q. Let's see. I do not have enough money to get anything yet. There's a teddy bear printer, though. That's pretty nice. Does anyone like the Pokemon bot? Should I remove that? Speaking of bots. Oh, is that a hoof printer? Hello, baby. Everyone knows how I feel about hooves. It's my favorite item in the game. There's a new item that it basically upgrades your items each like level you go through. So at the like if you play long enough, it turns them into it turns all your items into red items, which is great. But there's no speed items. There's no movement red words. There's no red movement speed items. So it kind of sucks. I wish they would add a red movement speed item and then it would be like OP, but you know, until then it's just sort of okay, I guess. Fine. Where are the enemies hiding? Let's see. I cleaned the chinchilla's cage this morning and I let them out for a bit. And they were doing these cute little wall jumps that are so cute. I got them a new container to do dust baths in, but they didn't like it, which was disappointing because it's a tiny ceramic bathtub. But it was just because they're a little too chunky, and so it wobbles when they go to get into it. And they're like, nah, not about that, fam. That shit's dangerous. So kind of sad. I wish they would like it more. Hey, Tem, how's it going? My day has been pretty okay so far. I'm gonna make some ceramic things later, and I'm excited about it. And we're having a chill stream. It's kind of nice. Yeah. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope everything goes amazing. No great-ish, but like best-ish. God damn it, more squids. Give me something good, green items. I don't need 3 squids. I could use some money though. Chance Shrine. It's evil. Oh yeah? Nice. Long walks are great. I got a new weight set that I'm gonna be using later today too. I'm pretty excited about. It's been a while since I've been able to lift like a lot of weights. I'm secretly buff. Mari, what is it? Do you want me to throw the ball again? What? Give me the ball. Go on. Give it to me. Give me that. Oh, she's such a dork. Ooh, yeah. Tell me how scary it is. Send me a link to it too, because I'll probably watch it. I think those are fun. I think the recent like increase in like ARGs and sort of unique horror is really great. Are there no monsters on this map? What is happening? Am I dead? Hello, little guy. It's nice to kind of see some variety and some difference and unique ways to utilize technology. So I think it's pretty cool. Oh, you bitch. You took so much money and you got me nothing. You gave me nothing. I kind of like wanna like spend 3 years creating an ARG, but I have this horrifying fear that like I'll get bored or I'll get tired or I will I'll forget and nobody will ever like see it. So like it's, you know, I would love to do it, but I'm just not sure I'm smart enough to like plan out and like keep up with it. But I can think of some pretty cool ones. I think it would be nice. Maybe add like a unique video game aspect to it. Um, like there's that Crow game. I can't remember what it's called. That was like sort of a secret horror game. I can't think what it's called. Oh, it sucks when your brain don't work. I'll come back for you, Chance Shrine. Maybe like Country Crows or something like that. I don't remember. That doesn't sound right. I want to say Counting Crows, but I'm pretty sure that's a band. Yay, spitters. 1 second, guys. Great, I looked away for 2 seconds because Mari's stabbing me with her nails, and I was surrounded by enemies. I guess like a lot of people have been having difficulty with the new enemies in this game. I saw it on the Reddit, that people didn't like them very much because they were difficult and they keep killing them. But I was kind of surprised because I haven't had that much difficulty with them. But I don't know if it's just because I'm too dumb to realize it's difficult or what. Who knows? So I don't know if you guys heard about that company. I saw it posted in my server. The company that raised funds for their Ukrainian employees to only then fire them a few weeks later. Like that shit's so fucked. It's like I can't believe that humans are capable of being so terrible, you know? But then I remember that people are just generally terrible, so like what should I be expecting, you know? Like but yeah, it's so sad. I can't imagine being in like the most difficult time of your life and then have your company just be like, "Okay, we know we said we'd raise money for you, but it's actually your severance. Like, here you go, fucking yeet." Like, what a piece of shit company. Like, what a bunch of assholes. I can't remember the company's name, otherwise I'd fucking shit on them even harder, but you know, it's just my potato brain. And then my husband sent me this interesting video talking about some like indie game companies and some of the issues they have with like management and like the pressures and things. I think it's interesting because like a lot of the issues I could see myself falling into as a manager, which is why I don't manage people. And I never would. Well, I mean, I guess I manage people in the Discord server, but I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit different because it's not like their income. Like it's not the end of the world if they don't do stuff. I guess that makes sense, maybe. Like it's not like they're not going to be able to feed their family if I yell at them, you know? But I feel like I can't. I don't know. It's so hard to find like a good manager at a job. Um, yeah, I've watched all of the ones up until now. Tem. It's so hard to be a good manager because it's like this weird balance between like treating your employees well but actually getting work done as well. Um, Lunar coin, yeah. Oh yeah. Ooh, how exciting. I'll have to watch it after this. Oh, I definitely think there's gonna be a big boy here. But yeah, back to ARGs and interesting horror. I like appreciate the new variety in horror and how it's taking like these sort of almost semi-real um things that could you feel like you could find yourself in like a certain household area, you know, for like the back rooms or something. You feel like you could see a situation. Oops, I jumped right off that edge. You could see a situ. Where did I? Where am I? Where am I? Oh, okay, sure. You could see a situation where, you know, um, there's like clones, I guess, evil clones of you because of how technology is working and moving towards the future and advancing. You know, like there's this almost becoming reality thing versus where like I feel in the past it was much more of like this completely unfeasible sort of like sci-fi horror when they went towards things like that. So I think a lot of it's sort of changing with us as we change. I don't know if I'm making sense. It's making sense in my head, but like the words aren't coming out right, so I feel like I sound dumb. It's fine, right? How do I explain it? So I feel like back in the day, the thought of like clones was much more sci-fi. It was much more like, oh, that'll never happen. And now it's much more, oh, well, you know, they've already cloned animals. You know, it's not impossible. It's not infeasible. Infeasible? Unfeasible? I don't know. One of those, you know? So it brings this much more reality aspect to it. What do I think of clones? Hmm. I think I don't see the reason why somebody would want to be cloned, personally. Like, I know for me, the thought of like sharing my medical problems with a clone would be horrible. If it was something like even that they could like edit my medical problems out of a clone, I still don't know if it's something that I'd want. Um, like somebody to clone me. But at the same time, like the thoughts of like losing a child or something, like I could understand the want to clone them. Um, but I also feel kind of weird about that because like it feels too much like a replacement. You know what I mean? I feel like even with pets, like I kind of have this weird thing where I'm like, I feel like I might clone Kismet if I had the opportunity. But the thing is like it's not you're not mm, it's not the person, you know? You're not just making another Jesse if you clone Jesse. Like you are making a new human because their lives and their experience is going to make them different. And yeah, you know, physically they may be similar enough that it's, you know, considered they are the same person, but they're not. I mean, look at twins. I mean, if you think about twins, they sort of are clones of each other in a way. If you think of it like on a base, like sort of level, not super straightforward, but you know what I mean. But they're different people, you know? They're not the same. Their experiences, their likes, their dislikes make them different. Um, and those are things that are developed over time. It's not something that they're born with. The only thing that they're born with are the genetics, and that just defines their health. So like I feel like using cloning to replace people who you have lost is an unrealistic way to fix an issue and deal with trauma. Um, yeah, yeah, cloning humans specifically for use of organs, I definitely don't think is okay. In that instance, I feel like if you're able to clone a human being, you should be able to clone like an organ. Like you should be able to grow an organ in a lab. Um, I mean, the technology I feel like should be similar enough, but also I'm not a scientist, so I can't actually give any defining, confirmations of that. It's just my assumptions. I wouldn't be against somebody growing an organ for me if I needed one. I mean, there's a chance that I may need a liver. Um, so like, I wouldn't be against using an artificial liver, I guess, is what I mean. But I wouldn't, I would not be okay with them like growing a baby to kill it to then like give me a liver. I have a bunch of masses on my liver, as a side effect of birth control, surprisingly enough. I fell off that edge. Whoops. It's a rare side effect. Um, but there's I don't know, like half my liver is basically like masses now, so we're just keeping an eye on them to see if and when they become cancerous. So who knows? It'll be fine, probably. Could be years, could be, I don't know, days. Who knows? I don't understand medical stuff, so. Um, but yeah, so I don't think I'd be against like a homegrown liver, but I would not want somebody to like kill someone to give me a liver. Like I don't care if it's a clone of me and they're like, "Oh, well it's you making the choice on what to do with your body." I no, that's not the same thing. That's that's not cool to me. I mean, even if they went as far to be like, "Oh, well, we'll grow it without a brain, so it's not actually like a human. It's just an empty shell." No, it still feels gross. Um, hmm. I don't know. I don't know if I believe humans have a soul. I feel like humans obviously have a consciousness, and I kind of relate that to the soul. Um, and it's sort of that same thing of like the thing that makes humans humans is like their knowledge, interactions, and growth through their lives. Um, that's like part of their consciousness and like what makes them exist in the way they do. So I guess that could be related in the same way to a soul. But I don't know. I'm kind of like weird about anything sort of like spiritual, I guess. I don't really know how I feel about things like that. Um, and I feel like that kind of lands into the realm of like more spiritual, if that makes sense. Come here, fireworm. I'm gonna kill you. Um, I feel like when a person dies, their body is definitely empty. And at that point, it doesn't have anything. It's not a person anymore. Um, I could understand that. I think my problem with the concept of that is it still feels like why why grow a whole human? Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like instead of focusing on like cloning and things like that, we should be focusing on growing organs and like creating things from um, what we have available. rather than trying to recreate. Because the other thing that I feel like's not thought about a lot is like, um, yeah, I can see what you mean, Tim. Yeah. Um, I feel like there is some controversy around the idea of like test tube babies too. So like the other question is like where are they grown? Like how are these clones created? Are they implanted into a woman to like carry until they're ready to be harvested? Or are they like grown in a tube and then like I don't know, it's kind of an interesting topic that I feel like I'd have to sit and like think on a lot. I whenever I come to a decision about stuff, I normally take every part of it into consideration. So I feel like I'd have to look at the whole picture of it to like understand how I felt about it fully. But I think just like on a long shot, like from the top level, I don't know. I feel like cloning is currently done mainly for like the sort of sci-fi value of it and not necessarily for the beneficial possibilities, I guess. How do I explain? So you'll find use in things that you want to keep. Let's use that for an example. Let's say you really love having this specific shirt. It doesn't fit you anymore, but you still want it. And basically you're going to find a way to convince yourself that you need it and that you'll use it at some point. And I kind of feel like that's what cloning is. It's like this interest in something sci-fi, and we are secondarily finding a use for it because we really think it's cool. And I mean, I am probably wrong for sure, but like, I don't know, it just feels that way to me, which like I think is part of the reason that it kind of bothers me a little bit more. Um, if there was a very clean defined use case of why that would be the best option versus alternatives, I would be a little bit more open to it, I think. Um, but I don't know. It's if we look at reptiles, okay, we can see that reptiles, for example, certain reptiles can regrow limbs, you know. Um, certain worms can be cut in half and become two worms. And in that aspect, what are they? Where does the consciousness lie? If souls exist, which piece is it in? So I feel like there's a lot that we could learn about humans and how to develop organs and handle medical issues by looking at those things, those animals that are already capable of regrowing limbs and healing themselves when they've been so severely injured. Not saying that I want to cut a person in half and have two people. That's not what I mean. But like the concept of being able to live after something traumatizing. Because a lot of times the shock of like an injury can kill a person, you know, like the blood loss associated with it can kill a person. So why do worms have the ability to not die for such a traumatic injury? Like those sorts of things are the things that I wish would be studied more, because I feel like they have a much cut me in half any day. I feel like they have a much better stance at like helping us in the future. Yeah, I see I know what you mean. Like just doing it for progressive sake. But I don't know. I feel like some of the things that we do that. Like there may not necessarily be a reason to purposefully do it. It's just because it would be cool. I mean, look at space travel. I mean, I know that sounds dumb because it's cool and I enjoy it. I think it's a nice thing. I'm glad we do it. But are we do we have a goal of like moving to space? Are we looking for certain types of rocks? Like, are we looking for resources? Or are we just exploring? And like, what is the impact of that? And is it negative or is it positive? Does it matter if we do this? Does it hurt anyone by doing this? And would there be an easier option to get those things? So like, you know, it's it's an interesting, unusual topic. Yeah, yeah, something that sort of makes them them. Yeah, I think it's that's why I think it would be interesting to study worms. It sounds so dumb when I say it out loud. I want to study worms. Um, but like, you know, I just feel like there's certain places that we push to advance and we disregard other places, other things that we could focus on. Um, yeah, I know what you mean, Tim. Um, And yeah, I know we're looking in space for other planets that have active life on it and things like that. But I mean, I don't know, it's still a question of why to me. Like, does it matter if there's other planets with other life on it? We just want to interact with them, basically. We just want to be able to say we did it, you know? Um, and I almost question if it's a we did it first when it comes to countries fighting with each other to have space races and stuff like that, you know? Um, and maybe it's just my like very what's the word that I always forget? I don't know, thinking the worst. uh, yeah. I don't know. My thing is I feel like we can figure out space after we figure out how to keep people from dying from cancer. You know? Um, like there's things that I believe hold value higher than the things that we currently focus on, maybe from a government standpoint or, anything like that. Even things like education. Like, why don't we put more money towards education? Why do we put so much money to going to space and finding new planets to see and work with, but we don't focus on our own planet, you know? Why is our planet dying and we have global warming, but we have tons of money to spend to go to space? Maybe our focus should be on changing how our planet currently functions first and making sure that it's a viable option permanently before we start looking for other planets to colonize. And I mean, like I said, it may just be my negative way of thinking, but it's just, I feel like, I know for the US, for example, the US is very, very much focused on others. It's like a thing of like, oh, how can we fix these other countries? How can we show these people what's right? And it almost feels like a religious cult. It gives off the same vibes of I need to show them that this is better than what they're currently doing. I need to show people of what a better life is here in America. And like, I'm fine living here. I think there are terribly negative things. I think there are positive things. Yeah, a large portion of the U.S. tax goes towards military, but like that's part of the problem. Like it feels like our focus is in the wrong places. And it's not just the US either. I'm just speaking from because I know the US the best. But like, why is our focus on those things instead of bettering what we currently have or what we are, maybe failing at? Yeah. I can't blame you. With just with the US's handling of the medical system and their schooling system makes me not want to live here forever. The fact that people die because they can't afford to go to the doctor is absolutely devastating to me. It's just really sad. You know, we want to be the best. Oh, the US is the dream, the American dream. You know, maybe try to keep those Americans alive. Maybe try to not put them in debt for the rest of their life. There's lots of things that I find wrong with it. Yes, there are things that are better than some other places for sure, but there's also things that are worse, and the focus should be on those things that are worse and making them better. But I don't know, it's such a frustrating thing, you know, like there's such a focus on like I don't know, it's hard to explain. There's such a focus on military and and like specific aspects of life that just kind of ignore other aspects. Yeah, we want to be protected, of course. We want to make sure that we're safe by having a military. But at the same time, like, I'd like for the people going into the military to be, like, educated, you know? So, like, schooling's important. I want my doctors to be educated, so schooling's important, you know? Yeah, right? Just ranting about deep topics. That's how most of my streams are, is just me babbling. Lately it hasn't been quite as much though, because I've been a little, well, I've been super, super depressed. I'm still super depressed. I'm just having a good day. There's completely the chance that tomorrow will be a terrible day. Yeah, Tem, I kind of agree. And that's sort of the thing too, is giving people choice. Forcing people to do certain things, I feel like is not cool. It works for some people. Oh no, I've just been depressed because that's my life. It's just depression. It's just chronic major depressive disorder, whatever you want to call it. I could be having a wonderful day and I could be enjoying my friend's company and I will still experience extreme depression. So it's just something I live with. But anyways, back to how much the US sucks. Oh no, is that the FBI knocking on my door? That would be great. Anyways, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like the system is flawed in its focus. I don't think we should, you know, be charging people a fortune for education. I think education is something that everyone should be allowed to get. I think that like the idea of not educating people is just insane to me because that's how we end up with people who don't want to get vaccinated because they're like, "Oh, I don't know. Vaccines, I've never heard of them." You know? Yeah, right, Tim. You know what it's called, right? Seasonal something depression, and the acronym spells out SAD. It just makes me laugh so hard. Um, but yeah, it hits hard for sure. Um, yeah, it's not pleasant. I'm glad you're doing good though. Life is euphoria. You mean that kids show with them teenagers, them youngins doing drugs? Yeah, vitamin D for sure is a lifesaver. Um, but yeah, so I don't know. I think yeah, right. That's a full half the year. I would like happiness forever. You could be like my parents and live someplace warm where it never really gets cold for winter, and it's still sort of sunny. Right. Um, but yeah, I wish there was more of a focus on medical care, um, schooling, and finding ways to assist people who are having financial issues. I remember very clearly being in college and being like unable to buy food, um, because the costs of my student loans, um, and the cost of my apartment and like just my whole living situation were all like looming on me, and I just had no money. Um, I'm jealous, Tim. Um, but I remember just like being absolutely dirt poor to the point of like I didn't know how I'd eat for the next like couple weeks. And I remember like trying to get food stamps, um, which is kind of how the US like handles like when you need money for food. Like you put in like a you fill out paperwork for food stamps. They review your case. Then they come back and they tell you if you're eligible or not. Um, I remember being so frustrated because like my caseworker or whatever called me and she was like, "I'm sorry, but they won't give you food stamps." And I remember asking like why, and she was like, "Because your parents are alive and they make a certain amount of money." Yes, seasonal affective disorder. I was like, I know the acronym is SAD. I can't remember the actual like what the A stands for. Um, yeah, so they wouldn't give me food stamps because my parents made money, and they basically were like, well, you should ask your parents for help. Which is shit. That's just absolute shit. First of all, like luckily for me, I was on like a good terms. Um, no, Tim. Don't gaslight yourself. Um, my parents and me were on good terms, but like I can't imagine being like a kid who's not on good terms with your parents, who maybe like moved out because of issues with your parents, and then being told, well, we can't help you because you have parents that aren't dead and they have money. Like, what does that have to do with anything? Like, I'm my own person. I remember just being so devastatingly upset about it. I think I ended up borrowing money from Dean. I'm trying to remember how I like dealt with it. I think I borrowed money from Dean. I made him like buy me groceries. It was like, "Hello, boyfriend. Um, if you don't want me to starve more, then feed me." Because it had already been like 4 days that I hadn't eaten. And I don't know. I remember just being so upset. Because it's like you're begging for help, you're asking the system, and the system says no. And like the reasoning's always frustrating. Um, and I mean, I had similar problems with my student loans. They want you to sign up for student loans, but you actually can't sign up for student loans unless like you have like certain credit score or whatever, a certain amount of money, whatever. I don't remember what it was. Um, so you require a cosigner. So they make your parents sign for you if you have parents. And if you don't have parents, you're kind of fucked. Like you don't necessarily have the option of having a cosigner. And then the problem comes in trying to remove the cosigner. So I've been trying to remove my parents as cosigners from my loan um for 10 years now. Like, and I always get told no by the provider. I've been paying my loans for 10 years now, on time, no missed payments, like, and they still won't let me take my parents off the loan. And it's insane. Because if something happens to me, like let's say I die in an accident, they will come after my parents for the loans. And that's stupid. Yeah, I'm literally an adult with a job. You know, like, but nope, won't remove your parents as co-signers. Even though you now have the highest credit score that you can get, and you pay all your bills, and you have a steady job, and you're married, and you know a human adult. Yeah, it's student loans are like very predatory in general when you sign up for them, but when it comes to like paying them back and like them getting their money, they are fucking downright awful. Um, I originally almost couldn't get student loans because my parents wouldn't co-sign for me. Um, I have an older half brother, um, and he had gotten student loans and had my parents co-sign. And then he stopped paying on them. And collections came after my parents, and their credit score got hit because of it. And after that, they were like, we're never doing it again. And then they paid for like my sister's first year of college. And my sister dropped out. They paid for her first year and for her to live in the dorms and everything. And she dropped out and didn't pay anything back. And she didn't have student loans because of that. So when I came around, my dad was like, no, we won't co-sign for you. And like, I don't completely blame him. Like, you get burned twice. It's like, what do you expect? But like, I don't know. I feel like they should have known I wouldn't do that. You know? But even to like this day, they still get harassed by my brother's, um, like, student loan company. And he's an adult. He has a kid. He's gotten married and divorced. And I believe he's getting married again. You know? Oh, hiccups, why? But it's just how they do things. And it's wrong. It's awful and wrong. Maybe one day it won't be like this. I don't know. And then I feel pissed at Biden for like he's been promising student loan forgiveness of like a small sum of like what most people's student loans are. But like it would be a huge help. Like I feel like people don't realize the fact that the interest rates on student loans and the payment options put you in a position where you could pay on your loans. You could pay literally like $400 on your loans each month for a year, and you'll not pay down the interest. Or you'll not pay down the principal. You'll only pay off the interest. And so for a whole year, you're paying friggin' a fortune for any young adult for it to not make a dent. That's awful to me. I don't know. I feel like if student loans have interest, they should have like the lowest possible interest. Just because of like what they are. Like, but I honestly don't think you should have to pay a fortune for college. You know, I don't think it should be freaking $10,000 per semester. So it's difficult. Like, people have really shit options because there are no options. It just sucks, I think. It's like I'd like to go back to school, but the thought of like adding more debt, you know, adding like another like $200,000 worth of loans or something, like I can't deal with it. That would be crazy. And even like housing interest rates are like shooting through the roof. Right now they're at like 4%. Like that's insane. Like, are you kidding me? Like, what? How do you even deal with that? Like, it's unreal. Hydrate, guys. Lots of talking means hydration. Okay. Um, 10K points. I forgot what we were talking about. Points for what? I'm looking through the ground to see if I find any treasure chests. Oh, stream points. Oh! Yeah, I need to find like a really good prize for them. I also like have been thinking, and I think I'm going to start streaming with no game sound, which I know fucking is awful. But all of my streams are being demonetized for copyright music that it's in games. Force me to play Phasma with you? Okay. But yeah, I've been getting pissed because like all these games, they have this music in it, but then it gets copyright striked, and like then I can't I can't monetize on any videos. And like, yeah, it's true, I'm not getting like any money from my videos. But one day when I'm famous and people are going back to watch my old shitty videos, I don't want to not be monetized. I don't know. Like I feel like that's like a selfish shitty thing. On one hand, but at the same time like I'm playing games because I want people to see them. But I also do want to get money from it because I feel like the more money that I have, the less stressed I am. Oh, Tim. I actually honestly don't think I'll ever become famous, but I really like the idea of being able to share games with people and being able to just kind of talk like openly. I know like a lot of streamers are very well, when we play Phasma, we'll both stream it. How's that? I know a lot of streamers are like very closed about their certain opinions, and they don't necessarily always talk about like very serious things. But I really want to like have discussions with people. Like I want to talk about their opinions. I want to like learn more about people and how they think and how our beliefs may differ, you know? Um, I think it's interesting to kind of like hear other people's perspectives. I mean, like, yeah, I'm not gonna always agree with them. Like, it's true. Like, I'm not religious or anything like that. I don't think there's any way somebody could convince me that I'd want to be religious. But I understand why people like want that or enjoy that part of like their lives. And so, like, hearing things that make people happy, that they enjoy and they find important to them, I think is good. I think it's important to kind of like see other people's perspective on the world, you know? There are certain religions where you pray every day at sunset and sunrise. Like the idea of that sounds really like relaxing almost to me, but I don't believe in praying to anything. So like meditating is like an alternative option, which is like also a thing that I have trouble with that I don't think I'd be able to do, but you know. But so like hearing how somebody else enjoys those sorts of things is interesting, or even like why somebody thinks that, I don't know, this is better than that. Yeah, how'd your parents feel about that? I know parents can be very controlling about religious beliefs if they've raised you in a certain way. What's this? Well, that's good. I'm glad they've become more open. It's difficult. I feel like people definitely need room to grow. Did I already come over here? Yeah, I did. Yeah. I think that's the hard part too, is kind of holding out. Sometimes it can be hard because it feels like you're lying to them, but it also feels like if you told them they would just disown you, which I think is so awful. I don't know. I think the only thing that could make me disown my child is if they like murdered someone, like physically harmed someone purposefully to get joy from it. If they murdered somebody on accident or like to protect themselves, it's different. But like I'm talking like it brought them joy to hurt someone else. Like that I would be upset about. But I would also seek help for them. Like I wouldn't just abandon them. I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. Like um but yeah, it's got to be hard. Um Oh, cake. I have cake too. I'm gonna eat some later. Maybe after I stream, I'll eat lunch and cake. Oof, yeah. Oh, hello. Hope you're having a good day. I'm kind of jealous. I want cake now. I have ice cream cake for later, though. It's a tradition in my family to get ice cream cakes for our birthdays. So I always get ice cream cake. Dean prefers regular cake, so I get him regular cake for his birthday. But I'll always ask for ice cream cake. I remember one year my dad got me a regular like oh gosh, what was it? It was like a Black Forest cake, and like I felt so bad because it's like the cake's good, but it should have been an ice cream cake. It's such a childish thing, but like, you know. Oh, hey Rex, how's it going? Yeah, we're talking about cake. Um, I think everyone has a preference to like what their birthday cake should be. Like I used to have a friend who just would get cheesecakes, which is great. I love cheesecake personally. um, I've been good, you know, sticking in there, staying in there, staying alive. Tem's eating cake, so Tem's gotta be great. And plus seasonal depression's ending, so a lot of people are feeling much better lately, which is good. I'm really glad. They deserve it. Oh, look at him go. Sorry for the flashing lights, guys. I think it's just because they're inside the bubble, it did like a weird thing. The developers on this game are pretty responsive to your questions and requests. So I might put in a a request for them to make a notice about the flashing lights. Because I don't think it's supposed to do that. The MC server is going good. Still alive. Trucking along. Still doing Minecraft stuff. We've got a nice new hub right now. For St. Patrick's Day. I think it's still up. Yeah, I think it's a bug with the flashing. Did you see it? Yeah, I think it's some weird Z fighting. Ooh, Danish cake. Yes, I want to see Danish cake. What's different between Danish cake and regular cake? It's Danish. I just imagined the cake speaking Danish to me, like Dutch to me, and I was like, oh, okay. Hello, cake. What are these little guys that get spawned? They're so cute. Oh, Danish. Okay. Dutch and oh god, I'm sorry. D words mix me up. Yeah, so a little Danish cake speaking Danish. That's so confusing. I'm gonna forever get that mixed up. I apologize ahead of time and for all of my future fuck ups. Nice. Yeah, Tim, when are you gonna be graduating? Or have you already done it? I remember my graduation ceremony. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it was a pretty intense flashing. Normally I wouldn't complain about it, but like that was pretty flashy. 2 to 3 months, that is pretty exciting. Make sure you get pictures of your graduation because you'll want them later. I took pictures at my graduation, but I looked horrible. Oh no, did I just get stuck? Okay, I'm good. I did get stuck for a moment, but I'm fine now. Okay, more Danish things. Let me look at the Danish cake real quick. Let me see. Oh, it almost looks like a Pop-Tart. That sounds mean, but it's not supposed to be mean. It's like a cookie with a jam in the middle of it and like a glaze on top. So it looks like a Pop-Tart. Or maybe like a tort. That's the other thing, is what it's called, is a tort. Oh boy, bachelor's party. Oh, the jam's more fresh. Yeah, Pop-Tarts are kind of like old and not great. But like the overall vibe is definitely the same sort of like look. But not shitty. Those ones look like they taste good. Nope, that's not where I want to go. Back into the hole. Yeah, my stomach's growling. Ooh, yes. I feel like that's gotta be a thing. Like we gotta do a meetup at some point, and we gotta just like bring like snacks from our home and share them with each other. I was I was about to say I'd bring these delicious little waffle things I eat, but then I realized those aren't American. those are not. Yeah, it's a dessert. That's the Danish cake that looks like Pop Tarts. The Hindbesnitter. Mmm. Tim, give me a scale of 1 to 10 how bad I messed that up. Pronunciation. Five, okay. Oh, interesting. Fancy custom graduation hats. That sounds really cool. Those both printed, yeah. Yeah. Well, at least it wasn't like a zero. You did zero good. It was negative numbers. It was terrible. You have offended me and my family. Never speak to me again. At least it wasn't on that level. Yes, send me pictures of hat. Must see. I'm very curious of what it looks like. I'll describe it to everyone. Okay, let me look at the hat. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, wait, what the? I just scrolled up a little bit and I looked at Phoenix posted Canadian sushi at some point. I don't know what the heck he was thinking. It's just macaroni. It's just macaroni with ham in a seaweed roll. Who do that? Who done that? Oh, that's such a pretty hat. Ooh, extra smart. Yeah, the hat's really pretty. I like it. It's very cute. Oh, that's cute. I'm kind of jealous. We just got like shitty caps that like were all bent and I don't know, not great. And also I got sunburn. Every time I wear a graduation cap, I get sunburn. They're cursed. Oh, well, I like the heart better anyways, so. Okay, I'm sure there's a... Okay, there's the gate. Okay, let's see. But yeah, I'm kind of jealous. That hat's really cool. Stop making people invisible. Yeah, expensive. Oof, that's rough. I don't know. I remember my college graduation. It was such a bad time because like they gave us caps and gowns, and they only came in like two sizes, and they just didn't fit most of the people, the gowns, um, and so it just was uncomfortable and sucked. It was just the school being cheap, and it was like I can pay for it, but I don't know. If only we did things better, but we're dumb. Lunar coin, I'll take that. Man, my tummy do be grumbling. I'm really hungry now. All this talk of snacks and foods. Oh, the hats even had sizes? Oh, yeah, our hats didn't have any sizes. They were just one size. So that's really cool. A fancy box. Oh, it comes with a pen. That sounds so... I'm very excited because I love pens, okay? Um, but that's cool. I have this really nice metal pen that I really love. Okay, guys, we have a choice. I can end it now and go eat food, or I can keep going until we reach the boss level. What do you guys think? Keep going? Okay, I'll keep going. I have a candy that I'll eat. That's what I'll do. I'll eat some candy. Let me eat some Pez. Do you guys have Pez where you're at? I don't know if it's like a cross country kind of candy or if it's only in the US. Yeah. What's your favorite flavor? Oh no, people destroy the hats? That's awful. I mean, skinny dip without the hat on. I really like the lemon Pez and the strawberry Pez. Those are my favorites. Ah, tradition. I see. Oh, look, we get to see giant crabs. I don't know. I'm kind of terrible when it comes to traditional things. Like, I never follow the rules. Yeah, show me if it does. I'll keep my fingers crossed that it survives the adventure, though. It sounds interesting. Okay. Let's try not to die. Also, I'm sorry I'm chewing candy in your guys' ear, but like ASMR, I guess. You know? Yeah, I killed it. Oh, that sounds so fun. How many classmates do you graduate with? Like, how many people are in your class? Like 30? Wow. I had a really small graduating class. I think there was like maybe 3 or 4. Yeah, it was very tiny. It's because my major was so hard. A lot of people failed out of it or gave up halfway through. Um, my classes were very small to begin with, too. Um, not everyone graduated at the same time either. So some of them were doing like a 3-year program, um, taking their classes slow, while others were doing 2. So, you know. Okay, let's go. Yeah, more treasure. Oops, jumped into the ceiling. I'm interested to learn. I would like to one day convince my husband for us to move outside the US, but I kind of feel like I have to wait until my parents are gone or You know, like there's less stuff tying me here, I guess. I don't know, there's a lot of fear around like moving to another country. But I think the Netherlands or like Denmark are probably like the top of my list of places that would be interested. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I think the Netherlands is the same way. It's very difficult to move there. Yeah. Yeah, probably. I don't know. I just want to live someplace that doesn't like want me dead, you know? That would be cool if maybe they could like actually care about like keeping me alive. That'd be great. Maybe make medical care affordable. um I don't know, there's lots of other things that I dislike, but it's like you can only find some place that's almost perfect. Like you'll never find the perfect place. Like everyone's gonna disagree with something that you know, you think or something. Like I would love to find a place that like appreciates and supports LGBTQ plus. I could find a house with like lots of land so that I could live on a farm. The cost of living isn't insane. Medical care is easy to get and not expensive. You know, like any of those things. All of those things would be great. Um, yeah, but that's the thing, there's no country like that. It's just it's unrealistic standards. So it's like, where do you want to compromise? Um, and it's like nowhere, but you have to. You know, you have to find like a good median, a good middle ground of your needs, plus what's actually available. You know. I fell. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Oh, there's 2 gold statues. Dean, are you still watching? I don't know. I just yeah, there's 2 gold statues. I've never seen a level with 2 gold statues on it before. Man, I'm for sure gonna get wrecked this level. These guys are the worst. If you're inside that bubble that they make when they die, you die. They keep killing all my drones. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's a maybe I should make my own country. I'm gonna claim Antarctica. That's it, boys. It's gonna be a country for nerds. Nothing but the fastest internet. Nah, but I do actually think Iceland would be a good fit for like what I'm looking for. I have a place to live. It's just the problem of like, you know, being in the middle of nowhere and being cold. Oh, he grabbed me. Yeah, the internet might suck. I can't remember how the internet was when we were in Iceland. I mean, they make like a game. EVE Online's made in Iceland, so like I feel like it can't be too bad. Oh, there's another one behind me. I was like, who grabbed me? Let's see if the gold chest is here. Oh, I can afford it. Yeah, gold chest. Yeah, I got some discs. I got some discuses. Discuses. Disci. Discaronis. But yeah, I don't know. I just want someplace relaxing. Maybe Ireland. But I also kind of want to like open my own business and like, I don't know, do cool things. So like I feel like it'd be difficult to open my own business in a place that doesn't have many people, you know? Oh, you can't purchase both of them. Nice. Okay, let's find the portal. I'm sure I saw it, but I don't remember where it is. Okay, I see the particles. Mending Void Devastator. Nice. He's for sure looking mean over there. Yeah, he's dying. Your brain's not working? Me every day of my life. Brain, what does that do? Eat 2 cake. Sounds great. I would eat 2 cake as well. Yes. Oh, Matt's alive. No? Oh, you want to be healthy? Well, I am going to say my birthday is this week, so as my gift, I would like you to eat 2 cake. Please and thank you. Make sure you enjoy them. You can call me the what should I call myself? The feeder, or what's it called when you assist somebody in doing something bad? Instigator, maybe. Mother food. Yeah, mother food. Matt messaged me, but I don't see him chilling in the stream, so let me poke him real quick. Yeah, I remember. So, there's a specific band that I like. I think it's just one guy, honestly. And it's called Unlike Pluto. And the guy makes so much music. And it's all like bangers. It's all good. Like, I don't think there's like a single song of his that I'm like, oh, I hate this. Um, and so he's always killing it. And he's doing like this thing where he's releasing a song every week or something, or like a song a day or something. And he's just got like a shit ton of songs lined up, and it's crazy. I cannot imagine putting out that much music, like ever, let alone like in such a short period of time. Um, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I was showing Matt. So if you guys are interested in music, check out Unlike Pluto. It's one of the few bands that says that they do royalty-free music and actually does royalty-free music. So they never hit me with copy strikes when I use their music at the beginning or end of my streams, which I really appreciate because I want people to know them and listen to them. So check them out. I think it's worth the listen. Also, the thought of being named Mother Food is making me laugh again. It's like, yes, more food. Mother says food. That's great. Okay, let's start lighting these suckers up. Is that the last one? Yeah, that's the last one. Okay. Come on. Kill it. Kill it. Don't laser eye me. Speaking of eating healthy, I should be healthier in my life too. But it's difficult. I exercise and I'm active and stuff. Oh, congratulations. I think unless you are not happy about that. I think it depends on the person. Oh wow. I'm glad for you. That is exciting. I haven't lost weight in a long time. I have some medical reasons though that it just doesn't happen for me. Trying all my options though to see if I can get that resolved. There do be quite a lot of bad guys already spawned here. Clear the 23 monsters remaining for the Void Seeds. Oh gosh. What a trip. Oh, hello, sir. Oops, I went into the void area. When you go in there, it kills you. Yeah, PCOS. PCOS and my thyroid condition both caused me to be sad and depressed and wish I could lose weight and just not. It's a real shit situation. I really feel for anyone else who's also suffering with it. Because it's not easy to be constantly looked at as though you're lazy and fat and don't try hard, when you're actually trying extremely hard but just can't lose weight due to medical problems. It really beats your confidence down into the ground. But that be how life is, you know? People do things that they think shouldn't matter, and they say things, and they judge people, and they assume that it's just words and it won't hurt, but it does. Your thyroid is like the gland in your neck that tells your body to release certain types of hormones, to make your body properly adjust itself to, I don't know, like your medical stuff. I can't remember what it specifically does. I guess I could check. Let me look. The thyroid controls your metabolism. It tells your body's cells how much energy to use. So for me, the specific one that I have is Hashimoto's thyroiditis, which means that my thyroid condition will change throughout my life. I can't remember if it's hypo or hyper, but it starts out being not working under, like not working enough. Or no, working, I think it starts out working overtime, that it's like working too hard. And then it switches to not working enough. And then it slowly dies, basically. Just stops working. And so for me, it's very difficult for my body to know what to do with like energy. It's part of why I have like chronic fatigue, is because my body just doesn't know how to disperse and properly utilize energy. And then PCOS actually causes you to like some people to not properly like process sugars and utilize them for energy. So my body doesn't know how to use the stuff that it has to properly give me energy. So I experience chronic fatigue, and it also causes my food to be stored instead of like utilized, I guess. I'm not a doctor, so like I'm probably wrong on like some of the description or like how I explained some of the things, but like generally speaking, that's I believe how they explained it to me. But yeah, it just sucks. It's basically like your body fighting against you, doing all the wrong things. Man, this dude be trying to crush me. Let's see, I gotta be missing. Oh, the bubble came down. Did it? Did it? Yeah, it did. Okay, cool. I was like, it came down, and then I was like, wait a minute, where is it? Is it there? Is it not? But yeah, it just sort of sucks. That's part of life, though. I mean, there are lots of shitty things that happen to people who don't deserve it, and it's really sad, and it feels bad, especially because a lot of those things are not visible. I know for me, like one of the difficulties I've had is people just don't know. And so like assumptions are very hurtful. And it's very common for people to just assume that I weigh the amount that I weigh because I don't try hard or I eat too much. Shit like that. And like that has nothing to do with it. Like I remember when I was at my most healthiest, I was still like not healthy because my body was just not having it. But yeah, I don't know. It's a shitty situation. But I am glad that I can, focus on my health even if it's not really in the way that like other people could see it. Are you playing dead? Hello, sir? But yeah. One day I will not feel so shit, maybe. I don't know. I'll be on thyroid medication for the rest of my life, which is great, fun times. But I'm hoping one day they find a way to fix it, Probably won't be anytime soon. But it can be a hereditary condition, so I'm just concerned about if I do ever finally have kids, that I'll just pass it on to them, which would be real shit. I mean, I think that's like the hard thing about thinking about becoming a parent is like what negative parts about my life will I pass on to like a kid? And the thought of that is kind of just very hard to deal with. I wonder how like other people have dealt with it, because there's a lot of damn kids in the world, so like people must have thought about it, right? Or am I just overthinking it? Or like how can you overthink bringing a life into the world, you know? Or just is it depression telling me that I'm freaking out? Who knows? Is that a printer? What the fuck is that? Laser scope? I don't think I have any red items I could trade for that. I think that was a red item printer. But yeah, maybe one day I will not be the shittiest person and I will have answers to all the world's questions. But today's not that day. Yes, that is me. Yes, we do. Your birthday's right around the corner, too. What's your zodiac sign? I don't know if that makes us the same sign, because I know I'm kind of like on the edge. Yeah, true. Yours is an Aries too. Yeah, we're both Aries. Aries be the best gang. Yes, Aries sisters. Oh, I heard Dean walking the dogs. Poor Hobbs. He has to pee all the time now. I feel so bad for him. But at least he's not dying. So that's good. Aw, that is really nice. People have to respect. I feel like it's sometimes hard because like I just use the wrong words for everything. But like I'm always really glad when somebody corrects me too. Like or I correct somebody for someone else. It always makes me just feel like, you know, I know them. Like, you know? I don't know if that made sense. But I'm glad Matt did it. I mean, I'm just kind of a person, so I feel like it's hard to like put a word on something like that. I feel like we're all just people, you know? Yeah, I'm kind of a potato too. You're true. You're true. Speaking true facts over here. Potatoes do be the best. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's hard, like, I feel like I don't care what people call me, whether it be she, her, they, them, he, him, potato, tomato. But don't you come at me with tomato because I swear to God. I'm just kidding, I'm sorry. But no, it is a thing that like I'm glad that people take it seriously and that they have that they know who they are and what they want. I think my problem is I don't know who I am or what I want. So like it's hard for me to define it. To put like a name to things because like to me I'm just Jessie, you know? Um and I think that's part of it is I want to know who people want to be. And if you tell me, you want to be a potato, then from now on you better believe I'm gonna refer to you as a potato. No, but it's just kind of like that thing of like I want to support my friends who do know who they are, what they are, how they are, like what they want out of life. Like so so I'm glad Matt was able to help you and support you there and be your backup, why am I dying? Um Almost like your wingman in a way. Sounds so dumb. But you know what I mean. Um, let's see. Treasure, treasure. I want treasure. Nice. Let's see. I don't know. I think the whole idea behind like gender and identity and sexual preferences are interesting. Um, I think it's interesting that people put words to it. Um, I don't know. I think for me, I just think of it as like a wordless thing in a way. Like it's just, again, it's just Jessie. Like it's just me. Like that's just what I want. Like I don't really think of it as like a generalized thing. Um, I don't know. I don't know if the words I'm saying are like actually making sense. They make sense in my head for sure. Um, I guess like I don't know why some things have to be defined. Like why do I have to define my preference or my opinions? Like yeah, today I might be madly in love with my husband, and then tomorrow he might become a woman and I might still be madly in love with him because I don't care. Um, it like if I had met someone else that I enjoyed, like oh okay, yeah. Um, I hope you have a good sleep. What time is it where you are? Um, but I think that's just works for me. But like I'm happy that other people are able to like define themselves. Um, because I almost wish that I was able to define myself more rather than just being Jessie, because then I'd be able to feel that connection with other people in the same sort of group. Um, but I don't know. I feel like I don't know where I would fit in, you know? So it's an interesting topic. I think it's definitely something that like I wish I had a more clear understanding of myself and who I am. But I have no idea who I am. I can't decide what I like, how I feel. I feel like I'm just in the middle in a lot of cases. Also, I apologize if I've offended anyone. Please let me know. It's not my intention. On to the next level. Ugh. It's starting to get like bosses everywhere. And malachite monsters. I'm for sure gonna die soon. It's only a matter of time. It's probably fine. I'm trying to think of what other things I can babble about. I guess like if I had to think of a perfect place to live, I would definitely just want some place that like was relaxing. I think that's what I lack a lot in life is just relaxation. My head is constantly filled with stress and anxiety. And so like being able to relax and just be would be nice. Kind of like a serene place, you know, some place with lots of trees and a nice area to just sort of be quiet, I guess, and just enjoy being quiet. How do you explain this? Like how does words? I don't know. I think like for me, I have my head like my brain is going a lot of the time. Like my brain is constantly thinking and bouncing around from idea to idea. And it can be a lot, you know, like I can't really like focus on one thing at a time. I have to be doing multiple things at a time. And I have to kind of be like focused on all things at once. Instead of like, you know, settling down and looking at one thing and doing one thing. Like that's not easy for me. So it's something that like I wish I could do more is just sit down and not think. I was gonna mention it earlier, but like the idea of like meditation and stuff like seems like out of um out of reach for me. 'Cause like I don't know, my brain's always going so hard, so fast, all the time. So like the thought of like turning it off or like just letting it wander, I don't know, it sounds like too much. But I wish I was able to control it more, you know? Use my crazed brain for good, not evil. But it's not, some things aren't so simple. Oh, no worries, Tim. Sorry, I just read it. I think that's reasonable. I zone out too often. But yeah, I feel like I just need some way to like turn my brain off, you know? So that it stops going so fast all the time. But like, how do you do that? Like, what what does brain do? Maybe one day I'll figure it out. Until then, I'm just gonna have to deal with it. Okay, so I know the portal's this way somewhere, I think. Is it this way? Where's the particles? Oh, here it is. And the chest. Okay, let's do this. Portal time. Oh, of course, my least favorite, Titans. Die, Stone Titan, die! Oh yeah, kill them! I got a war horn. How exciting. Okay, let's see. Just gotta wait for the timer. Huh. I wonder, sometimes I wonder if other people like experience the world the same as me. I'm sure we all experience it very differently, but I think that's an interesting thought too, is just like how do people experience things? How do they go through this life? Like what impacts them and their choices? Versus like, what I've experienced and what's impacted my life and my choices. Where do we differ and where do we align? Oops, missed. Because it's gotta be interesting to find the line of like where people are different from each other versus the same. Because yeah, everyone has their own experiences, but like also I feel like we all sort of have a certain like maybe types of experiences. Like there's always going to be like some life-changing experience that like changes your perspective on the world. There's always going to be some experience that teaches you about how to interact with other people. So just generalized. But I am curious. I was watching a video that was talking about like a sort of poorly done study that was done to try to figure out what makes inmates hate the wardens. Like, is it something inherently like that they just learn, or is it something that they're taught from being in jail? Um, is it, is it because of how they're treated, or is it just because it's, good versus bad? Is it the camaraderie built around, being in prison with other people? Like, how does it become that way? Um, and so it was very interesting because the study was just not not done very well. Basically, they ended up adding like a built-in bias and pushing the study in a certain direction because of the bias, where basically the wardens they like had a bunch of people volunteer to do part in the study, and then they randomly chose who would be a warden versus who would be an inmate. And then they basically told the wardens to like punish the inmates when they did things wrong. And throughout the study, they basically found that the wardens were like pretty extreme with their punishments. They would like lock them in a closet and stuff, and the living space for the prisoners was very small. And the prisoners became like very upset and like mentally like exhausted and stimulated in a negative way almost immediately from being imprisoned. Um, and it was interesting because they were talking about all these like opinions they had about it, that they were like, oh, you know, like prisoners must just be like, oh gosh, sorry, got distracted. Trying to you know, like build camaraderie, and that's why they're aggressive towards the staff. They're trying to show like, look at how dominant and strong I am, kind of thing. But it was interesting because like the wardens were also sort of playing into it by being so aggressive. Like they were sort of like forcing almost the people to dislike them, because like why would you like someone who's mistreating you, you know? Um, but it was very interesting because it definitely seemed to have like a strong impact on the people who were participating in the study, to the point that they were almost like forgot that they were in a study, um, and were acting different than how they normally would act, because of it. I'm sorry I say 10,000 times a day, but it was pretty interesting. I was watching it on a channel called Plainly Difficult. If you're ever looking for anything to watch, Plainly Difficult has some very interesting discussions and topics that he goes over. He's discussed like some nuclear disasters, how they ended up the way that they did, with diagrams and explanations of like the specific steps that led to that. It's very interesting. Did I click this? No, I didn't. Okay, there we go. Ba-ba, let's see who the bad guy is. Oh, it's these guys. Yeah, we did it. What is that? Some malachite thing, I guess. I got an item that makes ghosts of the enemies, but then they're like my ghost. They're like my pet ghosts. But yeah, the psychological influence that an environment has on a person is interesting. I mean, it's similar to like what makes people more prone to PTSD versus not. What makes people more prone to certain things because of, you know, the environment that they were raised in, or their understanding of how the world functions. I think those topics are very interesting because it kind of gives you this outside look into, you know, what could be if we prevented those situations from occurring, or we understood them better and their causes. I just think that like there's so much information in the world that we could utilize to do things better, that we don't. It's kind of sad. I mean, I'm sure one day we'll figure it all out and we'll like stop being shitty, but like until then, you know, we're just over here existing. I think I'm gonna go through this portal. We're gonna obliterate because I want to go eat some food, and it's been 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours of risking and raining. Yeah, I made it to the bottom. Okay. Oh. Yes, obliterate me. And then we're dead. Let's see how our run did. Look at all those items we got. I don't even remember picking up this hammer. Pretty good, pretty good. Nice number of kills. I'm a pretty big boss. Look at that damage dealt. Killer. Let's check if I got any new logbooks. Nah. Sad. There's this new item. Which one is it? Where is it? Let's see. It's a use item, so it should be in the orange section. Yeah, this one here. It's a trophy hunter's gun, and when you kill an enemy, that they're capable of spawning like a specific use item, they'll drop the item, but you also get a hat from it, which I think is funny. But anyways, that is all for today, folks. I appreciate you all chilling with me. It's been fun. It's been a while since I've had like a really good stream where I've felt like good and relaxed and was able to just kind of talk with people and enjoy it. So I thank you guys for that. It's been very, very nice. So I do hope you'll come to my future streams and chill with me, if you have time and are willing to just kind of talk a bit, because I'd love to hear from you. But until then, I will see you all next time. I love you guys. Bye.